Hi everyone! Today what I'm going to show you is how to install your artwork in our Artists for Action virtual gallery. First, I wanted to just show you what this gallery is going to look like, so I'm going to go into the present mode. So when this starts, everyone will be led to this front page, and there's also some like music in the background. I think you should be able to start hearing from now. What you'll notice is that each of you has an area in the gallery. When I click on a name, it actually leads me to a close-up of your work and your cards. So that's our gallery pretty much in a nutshell. I'm still going to be fixing this because I want to give a little bit of instructions on whoever is looking at this, because this will be sent out to everybody. But let's go through what you're going to do. So first things first, you'll notice that these are our slides here on the left. Please do not delete any or modify them. Really what you care about is just your area. Now this is a placeholder, which means it's just a picture. So if you click on it and you right click, you can change the shape, change the text, open something, animate, format options. There's a lot of different things. So you're actually going to put your photo here. Now, what you want to think about is, do you want to put a photo of all 9 of your cards? Or do you want to pick your best card and have that as the photo? It's completely up to you. I don't mind if you do all 9, because when we're in the presentation, we can see them. And then when we click on your name, it'll be able to bring up a closer shot of all of your cards and also read your artist statement. So you decide. So what you're gonna do when you come in is you can start working on this one, find your name. So just go through the slides and see which room you're in. And then you'll change this. You'll take this out, and don't worry about this. I'll link yours to where they need to go. And you'll put in your photo. Okay, you can put it right on top, whichever, that's fine. And then you're gonna scroll down here on the left, and you'll see that here's where everyone's specific slide is held. Now, let's start with Carla's. Now, Carla's is the regular slide that everyone has. So you have one main image. So that's like that big rectangle. This should be the photo of your set of 9 cards. So what I should see here is an image of all of those cards together. So lay them out nicely, take a good photo, and I'll explain that in a second. Now these smaller areas, now again, these are all just shapes. They're just brown boxes basically. You can delete them, insert your photo, whatever you need to do, and I'll show you that in a second as well. So you will pick the close-ups of individual cards that you really want to focus on, and then you have to have your set of 9 as the larger image. And then over here, you'll see Carla already has her name. She has to input her year that she graduated, and then this is where you guys are going to type in or copy-paste your artist statement, and we'll go over that in a second. The next one, I'm going to delete this one. I just wanted to show you another option. Let's say you are very proud of a lot of your cards. I know some of you are doing sets, so like it's one idea for a few of your cards, and some of you are doing a lot of different cards. So what you can do here is you can have the set, and then each of these can be an individual card. And then let's say you have another card that you're especially proud of and you want it to be really large as well. And then over here you can type in your information. So for me, I already started kind of doing my pretend one, because I'm going to show you how to start putting in photos. And I have my artist statement I wrote earlier. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it in. There we go. I'm keeping it in italicized. It's up to you. So this is kind of small. It's going to be hard for people to read. So let's say I did 14 is about the best size for anyone to read. The challenge with this is that my artist statement doesn't fit. I don't want to block up that back button because that's how people get back to the gallery. So the option for me is either one, not add these three, like how we looked at Carla's, just have this version, or two, modify what I've written. Make it shorter, make it more concise, things like that. So I'll have to plan that bad boy out. But let's talk about your photos. You will be taking photos of each card and of all 9 together. Now, what you want to think about is how. So here I am. I was taking photos of my pretend card in my kitchen. And you want to think about lighting. You don't want it. It's tough if you do it like in a room because sometimes our lights are yellow. And so your colors might look differently. If you do it somewhere that has like natural sunlight and you're not in the sun because the sun like glares everything, that works as well. So I just put like a white sheet of paper. I've also done this where I got a black t-shirt and put my project on top of it because I didn't want white. Totally up to you. White or black, either of those work. Try not to do something that's patterned or something that's colorful because it'll distract from your work. So this is like the back of a Bonaparte t-shirt that I have. It could be a towel. As long as it's something that the color doesn't fight against your work. That's really what you want. So like, let's say you wanted to do like a blue background or a green background. That's okay. Just as long as it's not distracting. So here are my 2 pictures. This is one with the white piece of paper. This is the one on the black. You can tell, even though this one's, upside down, it's a lot clearer as an image. This one, not so much. It's not as clear. This one, I used the zoom effect because, like, the zoom on my camera, because I didn't want my shadow to be in the photo. The cards itself have a shadow, and that's okay. But I also should have cleaned my lens, which I did for this one. Now, when you have your photos taken, you're going to want to edit them. This is not what I should see when you upload. I don't want to see all this white space. I want to see a very nice, crisp edge of your card. You can have a little bit of border, but not a lot. Now, how you edit them, you can do it on your phone. You can do it like that. That's fine. If you need to fix some things, let's say it's a little color is off or you want to fix it slightly, I highly recommend this, Photopea.com. I love Photopea. I have my AP students use Photopea for their portfolio. And I'm going to show you really quick how to do this. So I logged into Photopea. I'm going to go to File, Open. Now for me, I'm on my laptop, so it's looking for things here. For you, you'll be on your Chromebook, so it's only going to be able to open your Chromebook. So you just need to look for your stuff. So for me, I found my 2 pictures. So here's that one, here's that one. Now for this one, it's upside down. I need to fix it before I even worry about sizing it. So I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and I'm going to try, I think it's Rotate 180. Yes. I kind of mess around. I always forget sometimes. Edit, Transform, and I'm like 90? I'm like, oh no, that's not what I wanted. And I'll go Edit, Undo. So 180 flips it if it's upside down. Now, I don't mind the black background. It's nice, but I don't want so much of this border. So I'm going to go over here on the left. This little diamond tool, and you can crop. Sometimes if you're not sure, if you just put your mouse over it, it'll tell you what it is. So you're just looking for the crop tool. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a border. I just want a little bit of the black showing. So that way everyone can see that it's a card. Now, let's say I don't like it. Or let's say I'm like, oh, this is like, this side's a little bit bigger. Let me fix that. Or, oh, I need to get it. Maybe I can get a little bit closer so the border is a little bit smaller. You can modify your crop while it's still in this mode. So as you can see, I'm kind of moving these little guys back and forth to kind of get it better. Once I'm satisfied, I'm going to hit the enter key, or you can always just double click. That will also work. And so this is what I want. Perfect. I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Export As. Now we want a JPEG. It won't name it for you, this online Photopea. That's the only downside. But as long as you have it saved on your drive, you're fine. And that's where it's going to save to. For me, it's going to be saved to my laptop. So I'm going to go to JPEG, click on it, and it's going to ask me, do you want it to be this big? Now, you can see by the zoom that it's super, super big. I always like to change, instead of pixels, I'm going to go to, actually, let's exit out of here. See how big this thing is. Image size, inches. Whoa, this bad boy is huge. 72 is fine. The size is kind of big, but that's okay because it's going to be very clear. So I'm just going to leave it as ginormous. So File, Export As, JPEG, Save. Now my other photo, this one's also not the way I need it to be. So I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and this one is 90. Yes, perfect. I also want to crop it, so I'm still in my cropping tool. So I'm going to find the edges and fix it a little bit. Double click. Now you can see how the lighting is a little off compared to the one with my black, and so that color looks weird. So I'm going to go up to Image, Adjustments, and adjustments you can really go into brightness, contrast, color balance, things like that. Sometimes I'll just try auto color. So again, that's Image. I'm going to try auto color. Let's see. Better. It looks crisper anyways. Let me undo that so we can see what it looks like. So let's go Image. Let me go Adjustments, and I'm going to go to maybe color balance. No, I don't want to highlight any of those. Auto color is not too bad. It makes it vibrant. It makes the blues look a little odd, so I might mess with that. But you can see how you can do a lot. You know, Image, Adjustments. Maybe I want to change the hue. So I always like to move this off to the side so I can see what's happening. And so if I start to raise or lower this, you can see the color really changing. And this is doing a little too much. You know, I don't want it to be like that yellow or that odd looking. So I'm just going to exit out. I don't want that change. I'm fine. I'm fine with this. I'll just keep it that way. The cropping looks okay to me. So I'm going to go to File, Export As, JPEG. Yes, ginormous is fine for now. And now I'm going to go back to the gallery. So as you noticed, my cards are horizontal. They're not vertical like these are. And some of you have that. So these don't make sense for me. But let's say I really wanted to showcase that one. So I'm just going to take out this box, this box, this box. I'm going to insert image. For me, upload from computer. For you, probably drive. And let's do the one with the black background. Let me see how that one looks. Oh, that one's a beauty. That one is gorgeous. I love it. So maybe that's going to be my showcase one. And so what I'm going to know is that I have this one here. Maybe my other ones are vertical. Maybe they're not. So I'll have to take a few of these out. But for sure, you have to have one image that has all 9. So let's say I'm going to have this one be just one of my close-ups. So I'll make this a little bit smaller. So if you notice, let me go back. When I was scaling down, watch what happens with these guys. Do you see how those lines appear, those blue lines? What it told me is what I scaled down to is the same length as those. And that's what I want. I don't want this card to look different. It's the same size. I don't want it to be shorter or skinnier or tinier than what my other cards are going to be. And you're going to have to kind of play with that. These I'm just going to move out of the way. This I'll put down here. That looks about right. And then I'm going to make room for my larger one right here. Maybe I have another one that's vertical. So I'm going to remind myself I have that one right there. You're just going to figure out how you're going to display your cards the way you want them to be displayed. My only requirement is that you have one that shows the set and you have close-ups. Now, as you can see, this provides 5 close-ups of 5 different cards. Again, one of them is, or all of them are here in the gallery. But here on your close-ups should be the one we saw in the gallery or the set, you decide, and then some of your other ones. It's not very hard. It's pretty easy. You're going to pick whether you want to have one card displayed here or the set, a photo of the set. And then when you go into your page, you're going to decide how you want this to be arranged. I need to see the set, and then I want to see the other ones. And just like how I had it before, I wanted to put a lot more images, but that also messed with how much I could write. So you kind of have to decide. I don't mind if some of you have more and some of you have less. That is okay. If you have any questions, or if you're wondering how do I do the artist statement, I have this for you. It is on the agenda. And I'll also, of course, put it onto Google Classroom. But this is how to write it. What are you going to write? What are you going to say? And obviously, you can send me your rough draft so I can look at it if you need any help or if you're confused on anything. This is your final, is setting up your gallery, your installation work, and your page. So if you have any questions on that, if you're confused about anything, please let me know. I will help you. I will be here to help you. And with this, it's due on Friday. Seniors, this week is your last week with us. So as soon as you get it in. Underclassmen, you have some more time to work on it, but just know that it's going to be due on the day of our final. And so you can't wait too long either. Okay, guys, I miss you, and I'm so excited for this gallery. Bye.